Oh, good morning, everybody. Welcome to TeamODZ Live. Rick was there a minute. Oh, there he is.
Okay.
He told you. He's there. And yeah, it's Monday already. And I found Jerry. He's in Scotland.
Oh, I'm gonna do a cleat change up.
Now?
Well, yeah, if I want to ride.
All right. Well, I guess you'll be riding tomorrow now. Oh, no, this is going to turn into something else, isn't it? It's going to be a constant cleat adjustment for the next 3 months.
Oh, no, I'm not going that far.
Yes.
This is just going to be take the cleat off. These are speed plays, so it's...
You have marked it, haven't you?
Adjustment. Yes.
You have, good.
Well, not with a marker, but I mean, it's marked. Yeah, because luckily, I mean, the pad gives you your front to back, and the pad is staying right in place. I'm not moving that at all. I'm just changing the actual cleat. Now I'm gonna have snazzy yellow.
What colour were the ones that were on it?
They were gray.
Do the colours denote a different amount of float?
What's that?
So with my pedals,
oh, no.
with my pedals, the different cleats have different colours, and that denotes the amount of float that they have.
The only thing that I know that's different is these ones where I got these from a different, well, the first ones I ordered online from Wahoo. And these ones I got from a shop, and they're kind of like leftover stock from before Speedplay sold to Wahoo.
No, Speedplay cleats have adjustable float, but
I'm hoping that it's just a difference in color, because I think the Wahoo ones are all gray. But I mean, I could be wrong for sure. One thing that also seems different is there's less metal on this. This is more plasticky. Definitely gonna hold on to my other cleats because they've lasted well. Doesn't seem like anything's wrong with them other than losing that pad. So I was just gonna switch the pad, but then I was like, well, you know what? I'll just go to a new cleat. I got it. Yeah, I got to the convenience store on Saturday, all bonked and unprepared. I was just so out of it that I didn't realize why I was clicking in. Why, as I hit the floor, I was just like, one step would be just that metallic tinging on the floor, and then yeah, and then I realized, oh, I've lost the pad. Maybe it came off when I pulled off the pedal for some reason. Went out, wasn't there. Boy, hold on a second. These have more parts? Yeah, that's why. Okay. They're not different at all. I just didn't pull the whole thing up. Yeah, because the float, is it adjustable?
Yeah.
On speed place?
Yeah.
How do you even adjust that?
I don't know.
How does one adjust? I don't see any way to do it. Well, unless if it's on the pedal itself. No. Yeah, I severely overdid it yesterday. Or Saturday. It's feels like work just to stand up right now. Yesterday, Grace made me put up her trampoline because I had said I would, but then things had changed in my mind because I didn't recover. I still had a lot of recovery to do. And she said, but you said you would do it. That's all she had to do. But I made her come out and help me.
I don't know what route we're doing, but we're going up to go backwards right now.
Looks like you're going frontwards to me.
No, we're going backwards. This is the reverse.
Oh, the reverse. Yeah. I agree with that. As far as your actual direction that your front wheel is facing.
So,
going forwards up the reverse.
last week I discovered that the digital multimeter, that's the thing that I got last week, has a battery in it. And that battery holds the calibration data for it. So if the battery dies, then you have to recalibrate it. We have to replace the battery and recalibrate it. Well, I think the battery that was in there was original. And this is a 40-year-old instrument. So it's long since died. So now I have to replace the battery and recalibrate it.
That means it was made in the 90s?
Oh, it predates the 90s.
Ah, okay. So now we're getting on to that. So it's older than 40 years old.
It's
no. I guess
no,
the 80s would be 40.
I'll let you do your math again. Yeah.
Since I'm 40.
Oh my.
Wow. Yeah, I saw a thing this
all right,
morning.
Let's start this conversation again, shall we?
I
Let's rewind.
Got me all confused.
So yeah. So this battery's long since died, so I've got to replace it and recalibrate. Looking through the calibration procedure, I have to generate DC voltages from 190 millivolts all the way up to 1000 volts. Then I've got to measure some resistances, and then I have to generate some AC voltages, again from 190 millivolts up to 700 volts, only at 200 hertz. I mean, it would be okay if it was at 60 hertz, then I could just use a variable AC power supply, but no, it's at 200 hertz. I'm thinking, how on earth am I going to generate these voltages at 200 hertz? I mean, I can do up to 7 volts RMS with my aperture waveform generator. But once I get past 190 millivolts and the 1.9 volts, I'm stuffed. So I came up with a plan.
I was going to say, Tim the Toolman Taylor would have a plan.
Yeah, well, I had a plan.
Jeremy
so I feed
would also have one.
Feed my aperture waveform generator into a 900 watt car amplifier. That car amplifier then amplifies the signal, and I feed that into a microwave oven transformer, and I can generate in excess of 1000 volts AC at 200 hertz, well, at whatever frequency I want.
Is it a Binford microwave?
I have no idea.
Generator.
I've got 4 of these well, maybe 5 microwave oven transformers now.
So is this
Whee,
actually
there
a
goes Jerry.
transformer from a microwave, like an actual, like a
That's-
cooking?
Yes. Yeah, microwave oven transformers take the 110 volt AC in and take it up to about 2,500 volts.
Oh wow! My first
Yes,
ride
Jamel.
the other day, I went too hard. I was feeling terrific when Yamel and I rode on Saturday, and so I took that outside with me, and mistakes all around.
You overdid it.
Oh, way overdid it. I think I averaged like 270 watts out to where my family was, which was like 16 miles. And then on the way back, I was like, yeah, I gotta take it a little easier. But I bonked. I actually bonked. We had just talked about it that day, and I got into a full, like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the convenience store to be able to get something to eat,
Hey, Rick,
because I did not take in enough calories. Yeah.
if you get on your bike and tell the story, because Jerry's going to finish riding if you're not careful.
Well, I gotta get the cleats on first. I'm almost. I almost forgot I was putting on my other cleat. I started putting on my other shoe. Yeah, there we go.
Did he get to talking and he forgot he was putting on his shoes?
Yeah, I meant to do this yesterday, but I was just, I don't know. I was struggling to survive yesterday. I had a list of things I wanted to accomplish, and trying to accomplish those was tough enough.
Oh no. I'm going into Glasgow now.
Oh no.
I'm going to have nightmares.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's only the one half I did. I was like, you know what? That's fine if it doesn't let me on to the second half.
Well, that was just user error. You didn't read what it said right at the top of the registration screen.
What did it say? Well, so yeah, okay, you can tell me, but it didn't matter what I read because nothing was even working. I don't even know how I registered for it because nothing worked the way that it had previously worked. I was getting like all sorts of error messages and.
Oh, I could have told you how to work around that. You only had to ask.
What?
Wow. Jamel almost sucked us both in then. Big yawn. I felt the low pressure from here.
Yeah.
Hello, Ben and Owen.
Whoa. Look at that.
Everybody's in here today.
Yeah, look who I found, Ben and Owen. I found Jerry. So we've got Ben and Jerry.
Jerry,
Can have ice cream.
Jerry. I miss that. I used to be able to do the Jerry chant whenever I was feeling hype and ready to go. Jerry.
I remember to use my power up before I go under this arch here. This time.
Or Jerry with the G. Jerry with the G. Jerry hasn't answered any important questions that I know of. Have you asked the important questions, Andy?
I haven't. I need to do battle with a DVLA, Ben, before I come over the next time and renew my driver's license over there. It's been a little challenging for me to, the last couple of times that I've been there, my dad's wanted to add me temporarily to his insurance so that I can drive the cars. And, well, it's been challenging for him because Because my UK license is expired.
I was thinking about while I'm in Florida, driving a little bit for so that it's usually my stepmom. She's the designated driver. My dad drives too, and then my stepmom drives back if they go somewhere, so we can have some drinks. But I was thinking about, you know, make it so that she could have some drinks too. But I don't know. Last time I drove with that guy, we were in my rental car, and he kept being like, "Oh, speed limit here, 60." And I'm like, "What? If I go 60, someone's gonna drive right over us. What is this? I'm not going 60 here." And I can only imagine if I drive his car. Things I was thinking about this morning. Yeah, I want to be nice, but at the same time, I don't want to listen to my dad because I might end up, I don't know, we might get into an argument about it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a fantastic driver. It's not my fault if you're scared from the passenger seat. It's all under control.
Jerry's finished his workout.
I think I'm good. Yeah. Oh, wow. These things are tight. It's an amazing thing. Yeah, when I saw that yesterday, I was just pulling the little pads off to put them on. So I had lost my wow, can't even think of it now. My cleat pad, and I was in my bonking fog, and so luckily I had an extra set at home, so I was like, well, I'll just pull those off, and then on top of them, since I haven't taken them out of the box, was a little thing that said replace cleats every 5,000 miles. And I was like, what? Well, my other cleats, they have like at least 25,000 on them. I was like, well, I might as well just replace them. And these are definitely tighter. They seem to click in.
Well,
a little bit stiff.
Jerry's done, so I'm going to be moving.
All right.
You just faffed around that long that you haven't been able to ride with him this morning. You finish this kilometre out and go somewhere else. If you can find someone else to ride with.
I'll do a little recovery ride. I've got to ride to work today because
Well, this morning, because of the wonderful Wizard of Oz, this morning I signed up for the 100 miles in April challenge.
Oh, nice.
So now I've got to do 33 miles today, tomorrow, and the day after.
Oh, in April. Oh, okay.
And really, well, actually, no, I do have a ride. I can ride on Wednesday. Oh, Rick, will you be riding on the 15th? Or will you be away?
I might be back.
Yeah.
Trying to think if I'm going to be back that. I think I come back on the 14th.
We may need the lead for the Odivas on the 15th.
Yeah, I'll be around. The only
April
thing
does
I
end
have
tomorrow,
in
you're
mind-
right. So yes, I do have 2 days to do it. You're right, Ben.
The only thing I have to do on that day is pay a bill. I didn't put down what bill. I just said pay bill. Maybe
Bill.
I gotta find out. Maybe it's someone named Bill.
I'll change my name. You can pay me.
Let's see, which recovery? Or should I just do endurance?
Well, there we go. 12 kilometers done.
Or should I just pedal? Ooh, this one looks nice.
Join us with who have we got? February's riding. She rides fast. Cookie Monster. I could ride with Cookie Monster. Alright, February it is. I don't know where she's riding. Utopia.
So guess what, Rick?
Yeah.
Made it on before you.
Yeah.
I'm on and pedaling before you. Not late today.
Since I had that.
Hashtag first day of
Since
work problems.
Yeah. Yeah, soon you'll be a pro at this.
Yeah, I have to get up no matter what now.
I was late today. I knew that I needed to get a pretty good sleep.
Yeah.
And all right, yeah, I'm not doing a workout. I'll ride with
Coco.
Are you riding
Get on the Coco train.
I
The
don't know if I
Coco
wanna do
wagon.
Coco. Coco might be a little more. Although, yeah, I mean, Coco should be zone 2, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. If it's zone 2 for me, it definitely is for you.
I'm with Miguel right now.
Miguel might also be a little more my style for today.
Is Miguel slower?
Yeah, Miguel's a
Yeah.
D.
Oh wow. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
nice.
Frank.
Because I am like, yeah, my body's destroyed right now.
I'm
Nice work, Ben.
normalizing 169, so it's not too bad.
If my there we go. Which Coco are you on? That's not this or not this Miguel.
The one in the desert, the flats.
Nice work, Ben.
You joke.
Ben got to level 50.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Congrats, Ben.
I got to 66 with Rick. Yes, day 4 yesterday. Now I'm like halfway through 66. I got a long way to go to catch up to y'all. Long way. And as soon as I catch up, they'll make more levels, and then I'll have to catch back up again.
Come to Rick's world.
Yeah. I was ahead that one time. That was great. Man, I went so hard on that ride. That first ride, I was like, the weather was nice, and it's always tough too. That first ride, and then you feel the wind. So you
Yeah,
push
for the
against
first-
the wind,
Yep.
and it's like, yeah, just way more power than was needed. And I just couldn't like do any stop or take a corner and get going without just ripping on it.
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like I was going fast enough ever.
You're so used to that Swift speed.
Yeah. But then on the ride back, I definitely was doing better at not overdoing it. But it was too late at that point. I looked at just my return ride. That was still 1,200 calories. And yeah, I was like, wow, I had 1 can of beef stew before I left.
But no beans.
That's my 250 calories burnt within the first 5 miles. I was surprised I made it that far. Really.
Yeah.
Miguel's feels a little slow.
Miguel does feel a little slow.
Coco. It's all about the cocoa.
Oh,
Man,
you go the wrong way.
On my own. Well, all right. No, don't go there. There we go. Coco really doesn't feel bad right now. I like this. So I want to be in a nice zone too. And I was a little concerned about Coco because sometimes I'll pop up over it, but this should be
As
perfect.
long as you stay in the draft. Like I said, I'm at 166, heart rate 130 right now. But my heart rate has been a little off because of my strain system in the accident. Ever since it's been saying strained.
What's the cat doing? What'd you do, cat? Ah. Oh, cat knocked something over. Hopefully it wasn't anything important.
Today's supposed to be damn near 90.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Yesterday it was hot, man. I had to turn on the AC.
Sounds
It
beautiful.
got to 88 something in the house. Or not in the house, but 88 around the house. It was probably high 70s in the house. I was like, AC time.
Crazy how we're really not too far away from each other, but yet the weather is so much different.
Yeah. I'm not even trying hard on this workout, but since I have the garage door open and it's already 69 here, I think.
Oh wow, summer temperatures.
Yeah. It says 91 is the high, and right now it's 64 it claims, but I feel like it's hotter because I'm sweating bullets.
News
And
on
I'm
the
not
ankle,
even
Ben.
working.
Yeah, good news on the ankle, Ben. And Owen,
Oh,
so we can use you as a a measure of when Zwift is going to release new levels. So when Owen gets to level 99, they're going to release new levels.
Heck yeah.
Because he's never hit a level cap yet.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying about the levels. The moment I get catch back up to y'all, they'll deploy new levels.
And then we'll zoom up into the distance because we have accelerated levels.
man. I'm
Yeah.
losing Coco and I don't want to speed up. 'Cause then my heart rate's gonna go up.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
that.
just a break-in period because my heart rate's dropping.
I'm enjoying 112 beats a minute right now.
112? Wow. Mine's at 135. But I'm
I'm at
afraid if I
125.
do a punch, then I'm just gonna raise way up
Just think DODA.
to a new zone.
That'll give you a punch. You jumped 10k yesterday. Nice, Ben.
There we go. Now I'm back on.
There you go.
Nice. Mend it in
Yeah.
June.
I rejoined you again. If I skirt this line at 190 and get up to the front, that's always where I can settle in a little bit. It's kind of like mid-pack. Notice if I'm just ahead, if I'm ahead of the pacer bot, then I'm good.
I'm gonna have to ride at lunchtime as well if I want to get this badge now.
Yeah, I got to get off early to make it to my end dock today.
I got today.
They call it an in-dock.
Yeah, indoctrination into the. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get that. That's just, man. It's called something else. How about orientation? Not indoctrination.
That's not good enough.
You will not
You're
indoctrinate
getting
me.
indoctrinated.
I will
And
work
most
here, but I will not become indoctrinated.
In most orientations, you don't raise your hand and tell them
yeah.
that you'll never break the law. So
You have to
I
pledge.
don't know if orientation is the right word for that.
As long as there's no bowing and kissing going on.
I mean, they'll make you kiss the hand if you break one of those rules in the end doc.
Wow, yeah.
Oh, they'll bow you down.
The full power of the federal government
Yeah,
will rear
It is
its
a
ugly
meeting
head.
in which you sign your whole life away.
So you arrived, Jamel, while I was telling the story about my my Tektronix digital multimeter that I acquired last week. So I got this Tektronix chassis-based multimeter and a bench power supply, 40 years old. Well, this Tektronix multimeter stores its configuration, its calibration in a static RAM chip that's battery backed. And of course, the battery is as old as the instrument and long since died, so it has no calibration data. So I need to replace the battery and recalibrate it. And to recalibrate it, part of the calibration process, I need to feed it with various AC voltages, all the way up to 700 volts AC at 200 hertz. I'm thinking, how on earth am I going to generate 700 volts at 200 hertz? So I came up with a plan and tested it, and yeah, I was able to generate voltages in excess of 1000 volts at 200 hertz. So, aperture waveform generator, it'll generate nice sine waves up to 120 megahertz. So, frequency is not a problem for that thing. So I fed my aperture waveform generator into a 900 watt Pioneer car amplifier, and then the output of the Pioneer car amplifier into a microwave oven transformer. So at one point I was feeding At one point, I was feeding 50 volts out of the car amplifier into the microwave oven transformer, and at that point, I was getting over 1,000 volts out of it. So, yeah, job done. I can calibrate.
Yeah. That's insane. That's why I said you should do videos on that stuff.
I've lost. I've gone off the front of Miguel here. Where's Miguel gone?
Not like when I was with Miguel, is it? Where I just
No.
got sent in a completely different direction.
No, Miguel's catching up.
Yeah. I figure I'll do an hour of this. Get ready for work real quick. Today looks like the only day that's good for riding. The only problem is I will be facing a 10 to 15 mile per hour headwind. I think on the way back home, which is a little rough. I like having the wind at my back on the way home. I think. Actually, now it has me thinking, which one would I choose? Wind on my back on the way to work or on the way back home?
Way home.
Absolutely.
Next is, it is the
Struggle
end of
to
the day.
get to work or hurry to get home.
I mean, wind at the back can set me up for a good mood for the whole day. But on the way home, it's also kind of nice at the end of the day to have a little extra push.
Yeah. Push you right on home.
It's also easier in the morning to regulate myself sometimes. Usually I've noticed, typically when I tend to go off and have a high average wattage, it's on my rides home from work. I look at it like it's the end of the day. Don't need to save any energy. Just punch it. On the way to work, I can put a nice, easy podcast on. Focus on, don't push too hard. Doesn't matter how fast the traffic's going. You don't have to go as fast as those cars. Just stay right on the side of the road. Oh, look, there's a cyclist ahead. You don't have to try to pass him as fast as you can.
Just trying to make people look bad.
There's something about it. I always plan like, ooh, there's someone. Okay, I'll go catch their draft a little bit. That'll help out. And then by the time I get to them, I'm like, I'll just keep going. They're going awfully slow. There was one time though, I did that to the wrong one. I got up to him and I was like, oh yeah, it's going kind of slow for me. But then once I got past him, I realized, wait, I was going kind of fast to catch up to him to get on his wheel. But I was like, well, now you just got to stay with it. Because you already passed like that. Next thing I knew, he passed me. And I was like, uh-oh. And then we rocked the rest of the way. We were going so fast, just going, just riding, taking turns on the front. I was like, wow, this is not what I planned for. This guy kept me to task. We never even talked either. I don't think either one of us could. I think at that point we were both just
attack. Don't talk.
beyond
Just attack.
talking. Yeah. I did meet him later in a group ride.
Oh, this guy's got the best name. Let me find him here. I can. There he is. Look at that. Akira Ouchie. I bet he rides hard all the time.
Man, I don't know what was going on Saturday, but I was just a machine. And now I regret everything about it. There was like a culmination. Like I felt like I had a breakthrough last week where just all of a sudden it was like, wow, these workouts don't feel as hard as I expected every day.
Yeah.
And somehow I was like just staying on top of it. Every day I'd tackle a workout and it would just be like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna do it. Instead of the, oh wow, this is gonna be hard. And then Saturday came and it was like I was doing threshold work, but it wasn't really showing its threshold as far as my heart rate was concerned. And then that only encouraged me more to go out and destroy my stuff. I just should have fueled properly, but I was very unprepared for that. And I set my route so that there wasn't even any stores on the way.
Right.
I had
Which
to go
one's right?
out of my way to
The,
get to a store.
the graphic on my screen saying "Let Miguel catch up" said 27 meters, and then the thing at the bottom of the screen showing how far he is behind me said 47 meters. Oh yeah.
Then I get to the convenience store and there's like right at the same time as I went to pull in, there was a guy in a minivan from Connecticut with Connecticut plates. I don't know if he's from Connecticut. Connecticut plates either way. And then, you know, finally I go like find a good spot for my bike in front of a window so I can see it still. And then I go and like kind of like it was like a struggle to get on cliffs real quick. It's just kind of one of those. Ugh. And I'm like, wow, I'm having like I just wanted to lay down and go to sleep. At that point, I was concerned about passing out. And then this guy was like, "Wow, that looks like a bike that Batman should be riding." And he did hold the door open for me, so I was just like, thank you. And I walked away. I don't want to talk about my bike. Where's the donuts? I want the donuts. That donut was so good. It was the worst donut I think I've ever had as far as donuts go, but it was the best donut I've ever had. You know what I mean? It was a Boston cream, just so poorly made. Oh, it was like it was made in a factory somewhere very far away. And just nothing fresh about it. And yeah, it was just gross, but so good. And then I had a granola bar.
Well, here we call those gorilla bars.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So, yeah, I used to have some FRS radios and give them to the kids. So when they went playing outside, if they needed anything, they could call us. Or we could call them when it was time to come back inside. So Faith was over at the neighbour's house one day and she called us on the radio. She said, "Can I have a gorilla bar?" Now the neighbour's mum had offered her a granola bar. And then a second later, hey there, Matches. A second later, she says, "Oh, wait a minute, not a gorilla bar, a granilla bar." So yeah, we call them gorilla bars now.
Nice. Ooh, that's right. I forgot I have the confetti socks on.
All right, you've got to throw You got to do this, Rick. Look at all that
Yeah.
confetti.
That's great, the group ride.
Yeah,
Confetti everywhere.
absolutely.
Well, everything's sped up on this part. Yeah, I don't think I'm riding hard even if I wanted to today. I think I should be good on my way to work. I'm going to be utilizing the front chainring on climbs today. That was my thing on Saturday. I was just still going in the big ring, going up climbs and stuff. I didn't have a lot of climbs, but there was a couple short ones. Still going. Just pushing through everything. Oh man, it was a great ride. I was super psyched when I got there and looked at it, but you can see like there's a significant difference between my first ride and then my second ride back.
What's the carry matches? Hope had hit solo ensemble on Saturday. Live streamed 4 pieces. 2 pieces as part of the Nina High School Strings Ensemble. The scores were 1 through 5, 1 being the best, 5 being the least best. You can't really say worst because they were all really good. They made it to state. Well, Hope scored 1 for everything. The strings ensembles and violin and viola solos. So, you did good.
Nice.
They'll still be out on my own personal Twitch channel, TeamODZ and DL. Five minutes and I can get a coffee stuck.
Speaking of, start mine now. Hi. I'm thirsty.
Yeah, so we did the Zwift Games Epic Ride, and partway through, all of a sudden my distance to finish was gone. I don't know how long it had been gone, or if it was even there in the beginning. I could have sworn it was, but Val was he was like, "Oh, we have this much left," and I was like, "Wait, where's mine?" And so then at that point, I was thinking, "Am I doing this for nothing?" But luckily, it still gave me the badge. But I had a little bit of a scare there, like I was just gonna ride 50 miles and not get the badge.
Yeah, that's never
Which then
happened
was
to
gonna
us
ruin-
before, has it?
Maybe not even if you try it 2 or 3 times. That was hilarious that day.
Yeah, it's an interesting route. I put the endurance builder ride on that yesterday.
Yeah, I saw that.
There we go. I got a little more room to play around with now. I'm now fluctuating between. I had to give a little push to catch back on to get up in the draft, and now I'm in the 130s. I was sitting high 120s.
I got excited.
Where are you, Rick?
I'm with Coco.
Okay. Yeah, I might switch. It's a little slow. Ow. I'll get my coffee stop in here.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
plan for this week. I have 3 workouts to do, but trying to fill in the extra areas of the zone 2. Real zone 2 as well. I'm trying to be really careful. At the same time, I know I have to rest now, but at the same time, I also want to just like do another week of work before I go on vacation.
Coffee stop might just be perfectly timed here, so I don't have to ride up the climb.
Dang, I should have brought my gun, muscle gun down here.
I was wondering where this is going. Like,
Yeah, so was I.
Are people
My
entering
right
your garage
back
right
is
now?
feeling tight right now.
Hey, you always gotta keep it holstered right here. Except
Yeah.
I keep it off
I
camera.
do have my rack thing right here where I can put. I just don't have it on there. I don't know if I need it on stream.
Owen, a wise man once said, "Do or do not, there is no try."
Oh, look, he's got yours on deck. You know,
Oh yeah.
I wish mine was down here. Even though I only use it in the bed, but I need it right now. It would be nice to have it on my right back right now. Is it a
This
struggle?
is always where I think of it, but it's not always easy to get. But then if
Yeah.
I'm anywhere else and I need it, I usually don't use it. Then I can just come over and get it. I should use it more often. I'm also wondering that about like, you know, if I do place well in first on King Cappy ride and I get the recovery boots, first of all, when am I going to use them? And am I going to remember to use them? I know like the honeymoon phase, I'll probably be using them like all the time. That'll just be a part of my relaxation anytime I sit down. But that's my other problem. I don't sit down that much.
Heidi's going to be like, Rick,
But
oi, Rick, turn those off. I'm trying to go to sleep.
He's in there on the side of the bed like, oh, my legs, they feel so good. And she's like, shut up.
The last time I had them, that I used them, it was after the handicap ride. They had last year they had a little area set up with some lawn chairs and 3 of those. And of course, since there was only 3, and you know, tons of people that wanted to use them, especially in the beginning when I got there. You know, that's all the people who really rocked it, and like they all wanted to use them. So there was a time limit on them. And when that was up, I was just like, I actually was looking at the thing like I could push the go button again, get another round out of it. Like, nah, that'd be rude. They'd be like, wow, that one's gone an awfully long time. Yeah, I don't know.
Sure is. It works right for me.
But now, if I can get my own, unlimited sessions. No lines, no limits.
No limit soldier.
Where is
Ooh,
Coco, Rick?
I gotta add that to my playlist. I haven't listened to some Master P in a long time.
The flats of the Puget.
What's that?
That-
Well, yeah,
where's-
we're in now climbing Mount Fuji.
What is she doing? Tempest Fugit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or no.
All right.
No, it's no, it's not Tempest, is it? It's
Fusion Flats, I thought.
what's the one? TikTok.
Okay.
That's what it is. Wow. Somehow I blanked out the entire other part. I was like, wait, did we go that way? That's really weird.
Oh,
then I
also,
I remember that slight uphill when you get back into the desert, where all of a sudden you have to work a little harder. All right, what was it?
I was gonna say, now that I gotta start working and track is starting for my daughter, so I'll be on a little bit less time when I get on in the morning.
Yeah.
Either
Or you
that
could
or
get
I
up earlier.
have to get up even earlier.
Oh, you're already on it. Okay.
I do 12k with Jerry. I'll do 18k here, then I've got 30k in, and then I'll come and bounce over to you.
Yeah, I think I've started that like summertime, harder to get myself settled down to go to bed. And so I've been noticing I'm like falling asleep more at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I like to try to at least set an alarm for 5 instead of 4:30. But then on mornings, so I usually wait till the morning to do dishes, throw dishes into the dishwasher. So that took a little extra time. So by the time I sat down, I was like, oh, this is nice. And I have like I have a heated chair at my table that I sit in and watch TV in the morning. And that felt so good on my lower back. On my first ride out, I was like, wow, look at this. I must have done something right this year. I can't feel any pain in my lower back at all. I've adjusted it. Nice. Then on the return ride, it was like within 2 miles. I was like, oh, there it is. Never mind. There's always like a weak adjustment to, and then the pain goes away.
You see that? It said locating England. Join England.
Some people have trouble with that, you know, especially now that it's disguised on the globe as UK or United Kingdom. They're like, I don't know. Where is it?
You know,
I guess no one
Ride-ons
really,
again.
No one really looks on the globe anymore, do they? I wonder, if you zoom in enough, does it actually show the separations, the lines between Scotland, England, and Wales?
I don't know. I'll have to go and look
Maybe.
at our globe.
Look at this, all 3 of us. There is now officially a majority of ODZ riders in this group.
The ODZ wagon. There is a good bit of us.
That's the power of this kit. Is all you need is 3 in a group of 100 or more, and bam.
We have more than 3. There's
Majority.
other people in here that's not us 3.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. Seen this other guy a little bit ago. Japanese flag. I don't see him at this very moment, but there's
Hope
a
it's
huge
not.
group now.
Hope it's not a counterfeit.
Right on bomb.
Confetti. Oh, I love
Got
that.
24 right on today.
This is
Nice.
actually, I don't know if this is as good as the fire socks, because there is something about those fire socks that's just great.
There you go. And
But the
makes me think of the old John England catalogues. And did your mum have a John England catalogue?
Wow, Andy, your heart rate is insanely low lately.
What?
Your heart rate is insanely low. That motor is just purring. Mine's like a two-stroke, just going at it. It idles at 5,000 RPM.
It sure does have RPM, but I think today I got you. Yesterday, my legs were moving slow. They were on tank mode, and your legs are just freaking cruising. Now my legs are cruising, and yours look slow. But it looks like you sped up.
It feels slow. Yeah, I just did. Yeah, I think I've been averaging like 80. I just started heading towards the back a little bit. So
Yeah, I'm at 80 now.
there we go. Now we have the same heart rate. Actually, mine's a little high now. Well, simmer down. Yeah, my legs definitely, anytime, even just like pushing it up to like 190, 200, the burn kicks in. So yeah, I definitely have to use get some relaxation going on my ride to and from work. So that I'm like, do not fight the wind. It's fine to go 16 miles per hour. Your legs are tired. You don't have to be going over 20 at all times. I mean, it's great in races, especially the ones like last year where I end up by myself and I still averaged 21 miles per hour over the 81 miles. I was absolutely turned inside out, but I did it. But it doesn't work well when you're just trying to be able to ride the next day. Nothing's more frustrating though than getting at the top of a hill and the hill's been blocking the wind. Get to the top of that hill and you're like, here we go, get the speed back up, and the wind's pushing so hard that you're just pretty much going the same speed you were up the hill. It's so frustrating. I think that's how today's going to be on the way home.
Oh no! I went too far ahead. Oh, never mind. Thank God. It just went away. I went too far ahead and lost the multiplier. I was going to have a fit, but it's back. I didn't realize I was pedaling so hard.
And then you dropped it, you got
9 mil.
okay. Well, I'll let you have some of mine.
9.5 mil.
If you lose the multiplier, I'll let you have some of mine. I'm 300,000 away
That'd be
from
cool.
55 million.
You have
As I say,
55 million drops. That's insane.
I've got 54
Back
million,
when we first
715,000.
I think I have as much as you had when we first started riding together. I'm at 28,500 or million, I mean, 28.5 mil. And I believe you were right up around 28 when we were first riding. And I was at like 1,500. So I had just
Thank you
bought
for the ride on
some
Owens.
They're already sending me money on how to build. That's cool.
Well, what? They're sending you money?
They're sending me how to get my money, how to
Oh, okay.
request money officially.
So on Friday, my stock options automatically vested. I'm in the process of being transferred to my brokerage account. Hopefully they'll land there
Did you
today.
divert them?
Did I what?
Did you divert them directly to your bank account?
I'm gonna divert them. Well, I've got to wait for them to hit the brokerage account. They're being transferred.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Hopefully that'll happen today, and then I can divert them. 37.3% tax.
I made this mistake like 2 years ago, and the Tesla stock was going up. So I bought some shares. It was like $100 worth, nothing huge. All just to play, because right around the end of COVID, I was playing around with that Robinhood app, just like it's a game, you know. And would you believe it? I remember I was in Florida at that time, and it was like after their quarterly numbers had come out, then their first quarter numbers, stock just was like up, and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna get on this elevator real quick. And I got on the elevator, and then we flew. That might have been the one where we drove to Florida. And so I was like not checking for 2 days. And then we got there, and I was playing that little game of, okay, it's still climbing. Should I sell off? And I was like, oh, maybe tomorrow. And then the next day, before I could sell off, it just plummeted so hard. And I was like, no. And now I've had it for like 2 years, just waiting for it to go back up. I think I'm at like $60 out of my original $100. And so then their first quarter made it go up again. So I've been reviewing the situation, but it's not going enough. Something big needs to happen at that company. I'm afraid I may have to just sell it at some point, just to cut my losses.
And if that was the last stock available on the planet, I wouldn't be buying that. But I shouldn't really say that live on stream, should I? Because I'm sure I'll upset somebody. But
yeah, so that was one of those situations where I was just like, yeah, just gonna hop on this elevator real quick till we get to the floor. Then I'm just gonna hop off real quick. You know, we're not gonna get real acquainted. We're just gonna be a quick ride. 2 years later, we're married at this point. The Tesla stock and I have entered into a marriage, and it's not a
I
happy
sold all mine now. I'll buy it back later in my other account, but for now, I'm divested of Tesla stock, and I've had some for 7 years now.
Yeah.
But right now, I only have some in my kids' college accounts.
I've definitely learned at this point, like when you ride a wave, just ride it real quick. Just get on, get off. You know?
No, or you gotta play the long game.
Don't take
Well,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like I play the long game now, but you know, that's not the time to play the long game.
Yeah, it's not even a game. It's just like a set it and forget it.
Yeah.
Well, I was awarded these stock options last
I would
year.
have gotten it earlier.
I was awarded these stock options last year, and they were at that time they were at the highest level that they've been in 3 years. So since then they just went down and down until the earnings announcement on the 23rd. You know, 3 days before my stock options, or first part of my stock options, will be vested. So I was given a certain amount, and I get a third of vested this year, 1/3 next year, and then 1/3 the year after. So on I lost maybe $10 a share from where they've been a few days before, but still a lot higher than what they've been through the previous 12 months. Well, I did okay. And hey, it was a performance review present, so because I've done a good job at something.
Yeah.
So I can't complain.
You got paid. You got a benefit for doing what you just do, what you're just gonna do.
Yeah.
Still waiting for mine.
I just hope I can get it into my account by Wednesday. Because I'll be passing by the amateur radio store.
I have this thing that some call a problem where typically if I've signed on that this is what I'm going to do, or if there's nothing else to do, it's going to get done, and it's going to get done well. I just have to do things well, which also makes me picky and choosy on what I'm going to do. But when I do it, I'm doing it well. So work always applies on that, because it's what I'm there to do. I've signed on. And the only reason why I say someone would call it a problem is because I've had coworkers that they don't do that, still works out for them. In fact, it's almost advantageous in some situation, feels. But yeah, we don't have any stock options in the brewery though, so that wouldn't happen. We haven't gone public, believe it or not, with our tiny local brewery.
Technically, though, your company could give you, stock in it, even though it's not publicly traded. There's some tech companies around here that do that, but very few.
There was talk about that in the beginning. And then there was like the slight, the complication of, well, how do I survive until I'm getting paid on that or whatever. But then in the end, I'm guessing either they thought differently about it, or there was talk of both Clay and I getting it. And then that kind of went away. I think they were hoping we wouldn't bring it up. But at that point, we were so busy that there was no time to bring it up. The only thing that there was to talk about was what was going on with the business.
Oh God, I did lose it now. Whatever.
Oh no.
I went too far ahead again. So I don't know, somewhere around 30 minutes, my body kicked into overdrive and was like, this is too easy, guys. I keep going ahead and not even realizing it.
Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
My calf is still tight, so I'll gun it when I get upstairs. But
Trying to figure out what isn't tight right now.
but I have my first part of my NDOC. They say get there at 8:15, but I've done this 4 or 5 times. I don't need to be there that early. But the meeting starts at 9, and parking is like parking in a football stadium. So I gotta leave soon. I'm about to stop in 1 minute.
Helicopter.
I know, right? If I tried to land a helicopter at my job, it'd get blown out of the sky before it even get close. I know people whose job that is.
You get the
or at least I used to. I'd have to radio my friend, hey, I know you're just a little peon. You're not even at a pawn yet. You're like a pawn waiting to be put on the board, but I need you to make an exception so I can drive my plane to work.
Speaking of which, why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom? Oh, I don't know this.
Miles high.
No, it's because the P silent.
Nice.
I had another one. What was that one?
Oh. I'll wait for the last.
I sent them both to Faith yesterday. You get that one quickly.
Wow. I have a
Oh yeah,
feeling today-
what do you call a lazy kangaroo? A pouch
Lay
potato.
Oh, I don't get that one. Yeah, I don't get that one.
That's right, Owen. Owen says P is for pterodactyl and K is for knight.
And
The phonetic
phenomenal.
alphabet according to Owen.
Oh,
That was I told you that story, right? About we had a new guy. He's actually now the general manager, but when he was new, I was training him to do actually the job I do now. And I was like, all right, yeah, we need to we're gonna have to make a trip to the store to get some supplies. And so I had to make a list on the whiteboard as I was getting some stuff done. I said, we're gonna get a few new nozzles and some other stuff. And then eventually I get done, I look at it and I'm like, what is a canozzle? And he was like, he looked at me and I'm like, huh? And I was like, what is that? And then he was like, oh, yeah, it has a K, like knife. I was like, yeah, okay. And he knew better, but it was like he was having a moment for whatever reason. So now it's always called a canozzle throughout the brewery. The English language is, when you really think about it, it's just amazingly stupid.
it is, but I've had conversations similar to this before, and when you talk through the reason why it is so dumb, it actually makes perfect sense because we're the only language that had to merge like 5 languages into one, and things that are only true in one language that's not true in another, but yet we forced it because assimilation. So when you look at the roots of the words and you study etymology, it starts to make sense when you find one word came from the root of Latin, and then the other word came from the root that's an Arabic word, and so they don't relate at all, but yet they mean the same thing because they came from completely different languages. And that's when you're like, all right, fine, I get it, but it still sucks when you have to learn it.
Yeah. X is for xylophone, Owen.
And it's one of those things where I mean, I get that for English, the English language origins, but then when American English was developed, I mean, coming from the people who developed their own measurement system, completely different from the rest of the world. What stopped us from just making everything spelled the same that sounds the same?
That's just too easy.
I
But
think
also remember, there's a lot of words that came later, and they came at different times, and people used them before we were so globalized to know that this is this. So then, like, you let that happen too many times, and next thing you know, like,
I've got a good one for L, Owen.
language.
I've got a really good one for L, Owen. That would be Fire Pukuinga Guged Kundrop Fantasilio Go Go Go. There's your L phonetic.
Yes.
What? Yes.
I mean-
what he said.
in a way, llama, because there is just an extra L in there, which I would consider silent. Or no, wait, that's an
Well,
LH.
no, it's a double
What am I
L,
thinking
so
of?
it's pronounced qua. No, double LAN.
Yeah.
But it's
Llama
pronounced
was
like
bad.
CL.
Llama
that's
was
why
a
it's
bad
a-
one. That's only for the silent H.
We'll be
Although,
going to-
is it silent?
We'll be talking about four
Oh.
candles next, Owen. Four candles.
Some spellings of Aaron have a silent A in them. Unless if you ask Key and Peele.
Speaking of Key and Pill, you gotta watch the episode of the Black Republicans. That episode has got to be my favorite episode.
I don't know if I've seen that one. That sounds good. Like 3 minutes.
Everybody I've ever shown that episode to loved it.
If you haven't watched it, you need to search for the two Ronnies. Four candles. On YouTube. Classic British humour.
What's the one I can use?
Another 4 and a bit minutes and I can take my coffee stuff.
Well, I have to be intentional about getting to work on time, so I will see y'all tomorrow.
Alright, see you, Jamal.
All right. Have a good one.
See ya.
Then there were two.
Ow. Oh yeah, that is true. There is those changes that the U.S. made. Canada holds on to them. Color and color. Although whenever I see that, I feel like I should do color. Definitely have a little tightness in my lower back. Sciatic nerves getting pinched every time I sit up. Every time. I'm gonna go to 25 miles. I'm at 24 now.
$30K, on 50K. We still need to do another 30K yet.
I finally did a good job with waxing my chain. Now
Oh, yeah.
that I took a lot of time to clean it.
Gonna call you Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off.
Then I went and re-waxed it yesterday because I was like, you know what? I feel like I need a little more wax on the whole drivetrain. I mean, it was quiet once it got settled in. Then it got a little louder towards the end of the ride, and I was like, why does it hurt to give it another wax?
Yeah.
I also need to put on my other chain to figure out which one I want to race with, or if there will be a difference.
Someone here on the Atomic Racer. I don't know, Owen. I don't know what the reasons were. I haven't researched that. It wasn't in the civics questions for citizenship, so I didn't learn that. I know how many people are in the House of Representatives. Does Rick know?
I bet it was that. There's 200 and no, House of Representatives 510. 511. Lower.
Lower.
503.
Lower.
253.
Higher.
What? See, now it's a number I don't even know.
400. Hey, go on. 400 and what?
And 21.
Ooh, getting close. 435.
35. That was going to be my 20th guess.
Yeah, that's the Senate, Owen. Super state. I know that too. I actually enjoyed learning the civics questions. See,
Maine is one of
you
those
could-
weird places.
you could be a
Where?
citizen, Owen. As long as you have never done drugs. Not that anyone at the
Really?
moment have that problem. Yeah,
So
if you've been
being a
following
citizen
you've been following the news. A certain ex-royal has been having a few problems with his citizenship.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that maybe Benjamin Franklin was behind the dropping of the U in color. Oh, now I've done over 25.
Hey, coffee stop time. I've got a meeting in less than an hour, I think. What time is it? I might be joining that meeting on the bike at this rate. Yeah, 7:45. It is 6:55 now. I'm stuck for words, Owen. Why? oh, that one. Yes.
There we go. Smack dab right in the middle of zone 2. Never left zone 2. Yes.
Yeah. That was. I caught some highlights of that. There was some interesting arguments, weren't there? Yeah, to go to your question earlier about certain stocks, I'm not funding his legal fees. He wouldn't fund mine if I ended up in court. He can pay for them himself. Oh, hey, Rick, back off.
Oh.
Your head stuck out of my monitor.
Oh, am I too close?
Yeah. Yeah, I almost had to go hide behind my green screen then. Look. I know, right?
Yeah.
Ah,
Wow, that was perfect. I set out to do a zone 2, and usually, I don't know how many times I've set out to do a zone 2 not in a workout on ERG, and that I'm like, well, that didn't work out. And this time, it worked out beautifully. Amazing. I have to do that more often. I'm gonna have to get used to that because that's what I think I'm gonna be filling some time in June with. I'm gonna use.
time is right. Get every second from my coffee stop. All right, Owen. You shortly.
Wow, I'm already almost to a quarter of the way through my first go on 100, level 100. Ow!
Have you put the confetti socks on? Oh yeah, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah. That was immediate, and I immediately went to find someone to confetti. And then I stopped.
Confetti bombs.
There. The cleats feel nice.
I'm 50k now. I need to do another 30k yet. I can do 30k now. Tomorrow at lunch. I might even join my next meeting on the bike.
Nice.
I don't know that I'm going to. Possibly. I might have a little bit of input into it. And then I've got another meeting straight after that that I could take while I'm on the bike as well.
Is it like all people that know that you ride and it's a little more relaxed?
Yeah. My team meeting. That runs up to 9.
You're not going to be on with like the chief technical officer, like riding zone 2.
What have I got? So I've got a 30-minute meeting in 45 minutes. Then my team meeting, 30 minutes long. And then at 9, another meeting. And then at 10:30, another meeting. The 10:30 meeting, that's with our CTO, so... No, CTO, sorry. CTO. So I might have to be off the bike on that.
Do zone 3.
Zone 3 while I'm on the meeting.
Yes, it'll be breathing training.
I'm struggling at zone 2.
Try to sound like you're not doing zone 3 while doing zone 3. Like, try to get through the whole thing without him asking, "Are you all right, Andy?"
So let me switch to go. Well, I think I'll pull the stream down while you can still say bye-bye, Rick, eh? So,
Okay.
So, thank you everybody for joining us on the stream this morning. Much appreciated. We'll be back tomorrow with some more crazy chatter. We will try and stay politically correct there, Rick.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
I know, right? So, all right. we'll be back, like I said, tomorrow. That'll be my last ride for a while. Actually, I'll probably manage our divas on Wednesday. I can't remember who's leading. But we'll find out. So, till tomorrow. Take care. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.
Bye bye.